And so for most of you who would actually like to accelerate your journey and your path and your awakening, this is the perfect time to do it. However, we do need to put in a proper practice. We all have the prayer. We all know how to use the prayer. But I think we don't use it enough to really experience the profound effects and benefits, in our life. And sometimes even when we use it, we don't actually use it properly with the right intentions, using the right techniques to support you and to encourage you to get into this meditation practice within the Akashic Records, right? So let's take 2 minutes to open up the Akashic Records, entering your own Akashic Records, and using the prayer very mindfully. So when we start off with a prayer, so we imagine this, right? Imagine the prayer, or imagine yourself doing a chant, your favorite mantra, your favorite chant. What is the attitude that you take in before you start off? And I hope it's something like being still, making sure that you're not disturbed, making sure the environment is not too cold and not too warm, making sure that you're comfortable and you're not rushing, right? You're not rushing to finish this. Neither are you rushing to start. You have allocated time. You've planned out your morning or your day or your evening, saying, I've done all these things. This is the time I'm going to allocate to myself to begin to experience myself through this way of meditation, rather than rushing into it, rushing through it, and then rushing out of it. Try to remember that. Then you will feel that the mind is more calm and the emotions are calm. And so you've taken care 50% of having a very successful and fruitful meditation. When we recite the prayer, we want to do it rather slowly. We don't want to rush through it. We want to be very mindful of each word. You want to come to that stage where, as you are reciting the prayer speaks to you. Right? Now we see the prayer as a stepping stone, nothing more than a stepping stone to get us to one place into another, from one dimension into another. And indeed, it does that. But the power of the prayer is not experienced until you do it so very, very mindfully. Mindfulness is a very complicated word, which I feel is not properly explained. Mindfulness is being in this moment, not thinking of anything else. And when you're not thinking of anything else, you're basically prioritizing that very moment. You are slowing down. You're basically slowing down. The mind is very alert. The eyes are open. The heart is open to exactly what you are doing, what you are seeing, what you are reading, or even what you are touching. If you're eating something, you're so aware of all the flavors and all the taste and the texture. That is being mindful. It's actually the art of being focused and being disciplined and slowing down. Okay, so we can call it the art of slowing down. I think I prefer that. It's so much more clear. So if we read the prayer slowly and mindfully, looking at the words, one day the prayer itself at that very moment, in just that 1 minute, it begins to speak to you. That prayer alone can become a tool of attunement to you. So this is my personal experience when having used the prayer for so many years. And this is the same, whether is it the previous one or is it this current one that some of us are using, because the prayer itself has light codes encoded, embedded inside of it. And it is these codes of light that take you from one dimension into another, or some might want to see as moving into the Theta state of mind. So that's what the prayer does, right? So I invite everybody to look at this prayer and to recite this prayer with a very different mindset moving forward.